Okay, so let's get started. I mean, this has been a really interesting show. A little quiet this year, I think.
Definitely quiet.
Kind of quiet. But I think as far as the most exciting car here, it's pretty simple. It's the GT500 convertible.
Most exciting, most power, probably highest top speed. Although we did see the McLaren MP4 over there, like in the side thing.
Right,
but
yeah.
But for production cars here,
in new cars
with stands, GT500's got to be it. And I like the they had the 93 sitting next to it. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was 235 horsepower.
That's crazy. Thinking about that, 3 times the horsepower in what, 20 years or something like that.
And then, you know, it's not all fun here. Chicago's always been a truck show where there's lots of commercial vehicles, there's lots of big crossovers. GMC Acadia, pretty cool looking.
I think it's pretty cool looking. I like the rear. They've done wraparound glass,
right.
So I think that's a nice touch. They have LED lighting. But one of the things that I think is important and new for GM is this is going to be the first car that features their front center airbag.
Right.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was kind of cool, so you don't bonk your heads together when you get hit on the
Exactly, yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't look that much different.
No,
I mean,
does not.
it's the first change since 2007. It took them a while to do it, and they didn't do a whole heck of a lot. But
yeah, it's still blocky, still muscular looking.
Right.
For a GMC, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, given the choice and money is no option, I would take the Denali trim, which we also saw here.
Yeah.
Big grille, big wheels, totally blinged out.
Interior as well.
Cool car.
What else? Well, Mopar. The
Mopar.
Chrysler Mopar. We
Yeah.
saw the Fiat Stinger. What do you think of those?
Personally, I like the Stinger, the little Fiat, which is like halfway between the regular 500 and then like the Abarth, which is like, it's just a pretty potent little thing.
What about the Dodge Dart GTS? Carbon fiber hood, more horsepower, interior's all tricked out with some red leather and all that cool stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think that looks great.
Good looking,
it's a lower, wider, tougher looking neon, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Kia's press conference had to be the best press conference of the show. I mean, they played their cool Super Bowl commercial, like the one version of the cool Super Bowl commercial. They brought out some Chicago's #1 Motley Crue impersonation band or something like that.
Those guys rock.
And they brought like the Sandman guy, the little fairy guy with the bag of dust, which was just hilarious.
He was a riot.
Detroit, everybody's there. Everybody does something big. It's sometimes car companies like Kia get a little bit lost on the shuffle.
Right.
So they bring something that's a little crazy here to Chicago. And the Trackster concept's pretty cool. It's 250 horsepower, all-wheel drive. It's based on the Soul with a different chassis. They kind of stretched it out a bit.
Yeah, staggered fatter tires in the rear. And you know, I'm not a big fan of the Soul, but I thought the Trackster looks good.
There were also some pretty important production cars here too from Acura. The ILX, which is basically the Civic-based entry small car for them. And they had the RDX, which is another sort of shop crossover. Important things. You could put a lot of people, cargo in it. So what'd you guys think of those?
Well, the RDX, you know, we had one in the office for a while, a couple years ago, and we loved it. It was great. Yeah, the ILX, it's going to be interesting to see because I know a lot of people, like a personal friend, had a TSX and didn't want the new one because it was a little bit softer, a little bit that, you know, a little bit whatever. So maybe this will bring them back, you know, to a little sporty small car that, you know, handles good. I mean, the Civic was not well received, so we'll see how this is and how it rides.
That's pretty much the highlights here. Other things we just missed, maybe touch on close. There's the TDI Beetle.
I was just going to mention the TDI Beetle. I got a chance to really look at that. I love it.
You like it?
I want it.
Well, that TDI engine from VW is awesome. I mean, small on horsepower, huge on torque, super fun to drive.
Great fuel economy.
And fuel economy awesome. So I'm assuming it'll be fun to drive. I would take a Golf TDI before I take the Beetle TDI, but hey.
Well, I actually spoke to some of the Volkswagen guys yesterday, and they were talking about how they're trying to get away from it being a feminine car.
Right.
They said they're trying to make it gender neutral, which I think that they've achieved. I think it looks sporty. You don't.
It looks sporty-er.
They've been saying that for a while.
It looks sporty-er because they squashed it a little bit, but it's still, you know, there's no hard edges. You know, there's no angles.
Okay, so in addition to all the sheet metal here, and you know, it was a pretty quiet show. Like we said, there were a couple cool cars, but there was a lot of other
fun stuff,
random stuff going on.
There's a couple video game simulators, which I'm always a big fan of. The Ford ST has one.
It's a little bit like a carnival here, you know? Like
it is a little bit.
Displays, there's rides, there's actually quite a bit of food. I mean, it's when it comes to venues, this is a great place.
Yeah, the venue is perfect. And you know, Prius, they had the whole Monopoly thing going on. So
I think whenever you come to an auto show, the thing you really have to do is come and sit in the cars. That to me is one of the most fun things you can do.
And this isn't Chicago one of the biggest or the biggest consumer show for people actually buying cars?
They claim to be the largest consumer, so.
So
they have so much inventory out, there's so much to see.
Yeah, and a lot of people, you know, I mean, as cool as the car looks on the outside, how fast it is one thing, but a lot of people care about the interiors and the storage spaces and, you know, can I fit my kids in and all that stuff, so a lot of opportunity for all that here too. No, so all in all, fun show.
Fun show.
Bring the family out. It'll be fun.
Be sure to catch all the latest car enthusiast news at AutoWeek.com, in AutoWeek magazine, and on AutoWeek's iPad edition.